But guys, we're gonna hop into game number 1, and HawK vs Blade on Northern Isles.
It's gonna be Breaker Mirror, Rick. I guarantee ya. What do you think about it? You like it? Hate it? Don't care?
I'm not gonna lie, I love watching Human Mirror. I actually think it's one of the best mirrors to watch, in my opinion. The early game's actually very intrinsic. It's very cool. A lot of meta game in the early because you gotta rely on dispelling water elementals. In the late game, I love watching Breaker Mirror. I don't actually think it's as boring as a lot of people say. So I'm on the other side.
Yeah, it's not my favorite matchup, but I don't hate it too much either. I think it's okay.
Okay, in the bottom left, we do have... Sorry, we just got to do some player introductions, you know? One sec, dude. In the bottom left, we do have HawK, and in the top right, we do have Blade. Okay, go.
Shit, I don't even remember what I was going to say.
That's fine.
Alright, both players probably going to start with the orange. Get some creeping done on the greens, run across the map while they militia creep the other green next to their base. And, yeah, both players probably going to meet in the middle and trade some shots. If they do manage to slip past each other, then it's going to get a little crazy with both players killing each other's peasants. But, yeah, both players probably just going to meet in the middle and fight.
Yeah, I agree. The 2 farm definitely indicative of a quick tech for Mr. HawK. So we'll probably see him.
Not going to be 2 farms. Definitely going to be at least 3 farms for both players.
So yes. Okay. But
just waiting on 21 supply to drop that farm.
I don't think it's going to be expansion, though. Both players probably going to go for the consumable.
Yeah, most likely not, especially with the alter position from both players. Fast expansion is possible, but most human players prefer to just play 1 base standard. And Blade, or HawK, I mean, actually gets the water elemental ensnared, so he's going to take a little bit of extra damage, and this could come back to haunt him if they decide to trade harass.
Push for greater healing as opposed to Wand of Mana Stealing. And I would definitely say that Blade getting the better trade. It's actually cool that Blade's playing. You know, a lot of controversy behind that, but he's here and he's good. Before all of that, I honestly considered him the best human in Europe. Even ahead of this guy that he's playing right now, and now we get to actually see it done. Well, HawK's been very under the radar, but he's so good, and he's so consistent. I know he's been playing a lot of other games right now, but sometimes that helps players.
Yeah, I mean, look at Cruncher. He plays well all day, and he's never looked better.
You got him this weekend, or what? You could talk some smack.
Easily.
Oh, snap.
You know what it is. When's the last time I lost to him?
Long Dust League. Random here.
I mean, with my main race, Rick.
True. Yeah, it's been a while. About a year.
Alright, HawK.
Oh, wow. Really great item.
Footman, but he's... Okay, both players are actually going for the lab. Power creeping level 3 very quickly. It's actually kind of easy to take this camp because 2 of the creeps on here are medium armor, so it's actually pretty quick to creep with just militia.
Wow, the items are pretty
And that's
sweet.
2 peasants now, going down to the solo footy from Blade. And yeah, that's the creeping from the first camp. Getting that water elemental ensnared cost him 2 militia, or 2 peasants already.
Pretty nice trade so far. And HawK's gonna be able to get that footy out? No way. Whoa. 4 HP. Okay, so far players just trading in the mid. I actually enjoy this part of the game. This is very common. Both players just utilizing the water elementals. There is no merc camp on this map for dispel. So you just kind of have to micro through it.
Yeah, both players going to start their techs pretty soon right now. And then they're just going to want to focus each other's footmen, pull their own low health footies back, and build a shop in the meantime so they can heal them all up at once. 1 going down for HawK. Archmage is dropping low, but he has the greater healing.
Yeah, both Archmages actually getting very low. I think that... Oh, he actually makes Blade pop that greater healing, which is really cool to pop that in the early game.
Yeah, but HawK now, he's got boots. He invested a lot onto his Archmage, but now it's sitting at 43 HP. Shop's not even up. He can't really do much at this point. Trading hits against the greater healing potion probably wasn't the best idea.
Yeah, but I mean, probably the best trade you're gonna get is, you know, forcing that greater healing. If he
It's
didn't
nice
have a
enforcement, yeah,
greater
but
healing, they'd be in the identical spot, right? So
yeah, but he did. So now it's just looking terrible for HawK. Does find a footy down here in the bottom right. And Blade going straight across, gonna cancel the shot. This is looking dicey for HawK here. How is he gonna heal his Archmage up? And defend, even defend coming out from Blade. Just for the water elementals and perhaps this Arcane Tower.
you guys have 1 minute.
Does HawK just lose here? Is Blade just gonna kill him with these 3 footies and his Archmage?
This does seem like a lot of units. I don't know if it's game ending. Oh wow, no.
Surround.
The surround is actually really good. Oh, he closed it with the water elemental and the sheep.
He's gonna have to TP. Oh my lord, he doesn't TP.
He doesn't TP.
Okay, well,
I can't
guess
believe he
HawK
didn't...
is just massively ahead now.
That was a level 3 Archmage.
Yeah, literally everything was going perfectly for Blade, and then he gets that Archmage surrounded and then doesn't TP. I thought he was just gonna win the game right there off his harass, but then he loses everything. Forced to tavern it back, but HawK is level 4 now from killing that solo hero. Both players hitting tier 2, and not even enough money for an MK from Blade, let alone his Sanctums.
Yeah, that was a big investment, tavern resing that level 3 Archmage. Then we're going to start to see that difference now, right? Mountain King for HawK coming out. That was a really good pickoff. That wasn't even really a good play from HawK. It was just necessarily Blade not TPing. And it was like, you fall so far behind from that.
Yeah, locking in the surround is definitely nice.
Oh yeah, that was nice.
Harass from killing you, but I mean, actually killing the hero, that's more than you could ask for.
You could have seen the TP from the surround as well, is what I'm trying to say. Like, you shouldn't have lost the Archmage. Level 4 now.
Yeah, he thought he could get out by killing the footy and then the sheep, but it just wasn't enough in time.
Yeah, you never really know, too. That damage DPS from human is a lot more than you think it is sometimes, especially from a plus 14 Archmage. HawK actually on the Archmage now, and Blade going for Panda. Panda?
I really don't know about this. You go Panda usually if you're gonna play aggressively with a lead, but coming from behind, I don't really understand it.
Yeah, this is gonna turn into double Sanctum for HawK and eventually Breakers behind the casters. And yeah, you could breath fire the footies in the casters, but late game, this is not gonna go well. And actually, HawK coming with the Mountain King, which we normally see. Nice dodge from the invuln actually.
Yeah, but that's just an invuln forced and wasted. Panda does hit too, but I mean, really, is a Panda better than an MK in Breaker Wars? And he's going 2 Sanctum. I mean, maybe if he just went single Sanctum and tried to tech tier 3, it could work. But I mean, just playing a mirror match with a Panda instead of an MK is just so hard.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Panda. Oh wow, he picked up Scorched Bone Chimes. Okay, that's good for the early game. Crystal Ball as well. Okay, Panda starting to take a lot of damage here. Mountain King. This is good trades for Blade so far. Even without the bolt, he's getting a lot of damage, maximizing damage actually with this Panda.
Yeah, finding a lot of kills actually.
Oh, the Panda might go down.
Does get it. Boots and the MK helping out. Focusing the Archmage now. It doesn't really have that much damage output. I think HawK's gonna expand here actually. Gotta be careful with the MK in the back.
Dude, HawK is just right-clicking Blade right now. Getting away with it too.
Yeah, MK's actually coming back around for a bolt. It's daytime though, so he is gonna see it coming.
Oh, and he has boots.
He's gonna have to TP.
He won't be able to? No way! That's the second Archmage kill this game.
No.
He had a TP. I'm not sure about the range on that Mountain King. I'm not sure he even saw him, and if he did...
he had so much time to see that guy come in.
Okay.
Lag, he says.
I mean, it could be.
Yeah.
Kind of lagging as well, but...
And HawK pauses. Doesn't want to win against a laggy player. Not sure what that means. Probably something to do with spikes.
Okay, we're back to the action. Blade ready to continue the game. He does have a lot of units, but he doesn't have any heroes. Panda and the Archmage both dead. This is a tough spot for Blade to come back to. And HawK just going to keep the pressure on. More footies being killed, and this is actually costing a lot more than Blade just to hold this, because he's losing a lot of his peasants on one base. This might be game-ending damage.
Level 5 Archmage. Water Tower is just going to kill everything here. First one does get dispelled. Nearly, but the second one comes out as well.
Yeah, not a lot of dispel either
out.
without that aura, so...
Yeah, Blade doing what he can to hold on, but the Archmage hasn't even started yet. He's going to try to Tavern it back now, but losing so much right now in the process. Priest falls.
Ooh, Blade's still trying to commit to this fights, but there's so many priests around on the... Yeah, surround, that's going to be a dead panda. Level 2 locked in, a lot of high HP units. I don't think this panda can get out. Archmage having to be Tavern Resed again. The Archmage comes back. Did he pass the TB to the panda? He does pass the TB. TB's this time. Mountain King actually surrounded. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, that was so close. He doesn't have enough for a health pot. Can he buy a health pot? He quickly buys a health pot. Panda trying to get out. This is tough. Blade's using so many items, resources just to save the Archmage. I don't think he's going to be able to save any of the heroes here. Archmage goes down. There's going to be a bolt soon on the Mountain King.
There goes the panda. GG
is called.
Wow. I'm surprised HawK won that game. I mean, trading hits with the greater health potion, losing all your HP, and then getting your shop canceled, but then coming back with a crazy surround of the Archmage, helped out by the critter a little bit, but getting the kill like that just turned that game around completely.
Yeah, 2 kills actually, the mid shop and the surround with the sheep. So that's expensive, man. And he Tavern Res both of those Archmages. It's very hard to come back when you're spending that much money on an Archmage. But Blade, I hope his lag issue does fix. Lag issues are really unfortunate to have, and I do feel for the guy. But it is early in the series. It's only 1-0, right? So it's not over yet. Yeah,
it's really, really frustrating to lose games due to lag. Because it just feels like you didn't get to play your own game. You know, in situations where it's like, okay, you're waiting for the last second, you're trying to get a bolt dodge to get extra value out of a TP or something, and then having a spike screw everything up, it can be very frustrating. So, yeah, any amount of lag, I mean, even if it's not in a crucial moment, it'll mess with your mindset, because you're just thinking, okay, like, when's the next spike gonna happen? I can't do anything confidently, so having a good connection is definitely important, especially in huge, big tournament matches like this. But there's some potential on this map to just completely dodge each other and go for the base trade.
Yeah, base trades on this map are pretty common, especially because the map being so big. But guys, we're going to find out if that's the case on Concealed Hill. Here we go. Okay, in the top right of Concealed Hill, it is the Inquisitive HawK. In the bottom left, it is Blade. The unique Blade and the Inquisitive HawK. Ping 70. Is that good?
Nope.
How about 10?
Terrible, bro.
Nope.
Trust me.
How about 10 ping? Nope. 5 ping? Nope. 0? Nah. Okay, I'll do it.
Listen, if you're a pro player, 70 is pretty terrible. In no other competitive game do you look at 70 MS and go, that's not so bad, that's playable. I feel like Warcraft players are just, in general, so accustomed to have to play on such terrible conditions for so long, for so many years, that a lot of people think that subpar conditions, even though they're better than how they were, maybe years ago, I mean, in reality, they're still not really that great. Like 70 MS is really annoying for a high level tournament player.
Well, there you go. There's your Hitman hot take.
And the two of us are contributing to that ping. So.
Oh, that's
We
true.
should
So
feel bad
maybe
about
maybe it'd be like
sure.
maybe it'd be like 40 if we weren't in the lobby. Now it's 70. I do feel bad kind of, but I don't really know what we're supposed to do about that.
Yeah, maybe 50. I mean, it's honestly just Blizzard's fault, you know.
Okay, the Archmage going to be creeping out for both players. Both players going for the Ogre Warrior.
Yeah, 5 militia pulled from both players. It's very important in this matchup to creep as fast as possible. In other matchups, you can get away with pulling 3 or 4, speeding up your tech by a little bit. But in this map especially, you're going to want to overmake peasants at the start. Play defensive, at least make a tower, and just really creep as fast as possible and try to hit 3 ASAP. A little difference in the creep routes here. HawK playing a little more defensively, going for the turtles, and Blade going for one of the Murloc camps in the middle. I have to say, I like Blade's creep route a little bit more, just because he kind of gets the same amount of experience, and it's not his own creep camp that he's taking as one in the middle, and he still saves the turtle for his militia later.
Yeah, it's pretty good, and you also like have a lot of time to see if the human goes to the shop. You can jack it, and you're still in a good spot. And all the damage went to this water elemental, so Blade's in a good spot if he wants to play aggressive. And it looks like he's actually going to militia pull for the turtle while he creeps. Oh no, but Blade's going up top. Actually, HawK's going to find this out anyway.
Blade wants one of the green camps up here, either HawK's turtle, which he should know that HawK has taken, or at the top left, but HawK is on his tail, so he doesn't really have time to finish creeping 3. His militia are going to get him close to 2.7, but as long as HawK stays on him for the rest of this early game, it shouldn't reach 3.
Should be able to get the rest of these little small turtles. And,
yeah, footy for Blade actually falling in the bottom right fountain. HawK's getting away with just 83 HP.
Ooh. Okay, good jack here from Blade. Could get the water elemental for more XP, and he does.
Yeah,
and he gets the item too. He could get this one for level 3. Oh my god! Huge play from Blade.
Disaster for HawK.
Huge play from Blade. He's gonna start punishing this. Level 3 Archmage hits like a truck. Surprised he's not trying to
head to the main, summon some water elementals. Perhaps go for one of these 2 low health peasants in the gold mine. He does have a tower up. Both players do, but I mean, still the level 3 versus a not even 2.5 Archmage from HawK, and at 100 HP. This is looking bad.
HawK's gonna pull the boys to try to get Blade away, but really he just wasted a lot of resources because Blade's not going to actually take a fight. But good heads up.
Blade buys the boots. Just trying to capitalize on his advantage right here. Buys the boots and goes for the creep instead of trading, actually. Maybe if he was going to go for the creep, he could have just skipped the boots. HawK's going to dodge him entirely and just creep the lab while he knows that Blade is going for his camp here at the shop. I kind of like it, you know? You're giving away a camp, but you know you need to get 3. So he uses this free time to power creep something close to his base really big.
And if he gets away with this, it's a way better trade for HawK, and he's going to get away with it. Nice item, Wand of Mana Stealing. Blade's going to actually go right to the main base. Blade could also get some damage done here. But HawK's going to pick up that level 3 that he desperately needed and fell really far behind on. And actually going to keep the peasants at the lab for now, just because running them back would be certainly meet their doom.
Yeah, it is nice to close the experience gap, but still he's low on his Archmage. It cost a lot of lumber and mining time just to go for that creep.
Ooh, and HawK rather, finding himself in the same position that Blade was in, just a really low Archmage, really vulnerable, and actually picking off some of these peasants anyway. And HawK had no choice; he had to bring them back. This Archmage, man, for Blade has just been MVP. Picking off a lot of peasants, a lot of units. 40 supply for Blade, 32 for HawK. That's how many peasants and footies he's lost. And his Archmage is super low. However, there's healing fountains.
Yeah, it's almost daytime though. HawK, it looks like he does have enough lumber for 2 Sanctums. But Blade's coming up a little bit faster. It looks like Blade is actually gonna go for the fountain creep here. Gonna drag the dragon away, kill it with the Archmage and Water Elementals. But HawK is making a beeline towards actually not going for the base. So Blade's gonna get away with this. Trading
Yeah, I mean,
for a lab.
A good consumable
Very
for
nice.
HawK, but this is way better for Blade.
Yeah. Let's see what he gets here. Lion Horn, amazing.
Good item. Really good item. Heal up at the fountain as well, and now HawK trying to meet up with his whole army at the lab, but where do you go from here? At this point, you probably check out the main base, I imagine.
Looks like he's gonna go for the ogre pull in the mid camp.
Oh yeah, he's definitely going to check this out. Zeppelin drop for HawK. He's going to check out the main base and in a big way.
Yeah, gonna kill something here, for sure. I think Blade's gonna want to finish this ogre first before TPing home.
It's completely blocked too, so if he TP's in, he's going to be stuck in his base.
There's a gap.
Oh yeah,
at
there
the
is a
top.
gap at the top, yep. Sanctum looked like it was blocking it a bit, but actually really nice SimCity from Blade. Really nice
Blacksmith being
SimCity.
built for Blade. None yet for HawK, as he was a little lumber starved earlier. Now there's one.
And HawK gonna know where he was before the TP took place. Might
Yeah,
drop
but
and
Blade,
finish
he
this.
already got Django. Such a great item. I mean, his item luck this game, man. He got Claws, Devotion Aura, and Django.
Yeah, really good items. Look how fast the Mountain King is with boots too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, what does
Probably
HawK do?
gonna wanna
Oh, is
solo
HawK?
creep.
HawK's gonna go for an
I think-
expansion?
Yeah. He kind of knows he has to make a play here. Can't just beat him straight up one base.
Nice creeping so far for HawK, and clean up this expansion and put it down. And if you're Blade, do you want to take a fight right now? I feel like you do. You got Devotion Aura. You don't have a TP or a heal scroll, but maybe you could pick one up at the shop. He's kind of broke, actually. He just wants to go for it. Right now, relying on just his army advantage, which he does have.
Yeah, he's up by 6 supply. Better items for sure. And HawK is investing into this expo. That's going to be like 500 gold that's not spent on army.
Bolt comes in on the Mountain King for Blade. Is
Just
Blade
go for
going to
the
be able to...
priest, right?
What's that?
Just go for the priest, right?
That's what I would
feel
say. Go
like,
for the casters.
yeah,
It looks like Blade actually wants to go for the breakers, but I don't know if this Archmage will be held surround for long. Mountain King got a
Passive
lot of...
evil.
Yeah, nice play from Blade. But there's
Gotta
all your
walk in
items.
now, though.
That's all your items as well. The Mountain King could get surrounded.
Counterblock. I think he's still gonna fall.
Yeah, Blade trading out,
Huge
keeping the
pickup from
Archmage.
HawK.
Keeping the Archmage, but not the Mountain King. There's still so many units for Blade, though.
Yeah, but losing the MK. And the expo's coming up. If he can just hold here, HawK might have a chance.
He's coming back to the expansion, though. HawK is mining now on his expansion, trying to pump out as many units as he can. Breakers would be great. Some more priests would also be cool. And he does have the Mountain King, which is a huge deal, but this is still so much for Blade. I feel like if Blade could kill some of these peasants, he can put himself into a better spot. But yeah, the Mountain King being dead is a problem, but he should be back soon. In fact, he is coming back. Oh no, that's an illusion. He's dead. Halfway done.
Just so many footies here. Blade has retained his footy count from the early game so well, and they're just providing a nice buffer here. HawK has to evacuate the expo, and yeah, with no expo behind on army supply, sitting at 40 versus nearly 60, it's gonna be hard for him to break Blade here.
Yeah, not much value gained from this expansion. 160 gold. Big deal.
MK does come out, and he's gonna start bullet focusing the casters from Blade.
Blade still has so many footies. He's able to actually pick off Is he going to get another breaker? This is so good if he can pick up another breaker. These footies, man. There's 8 footies.
There's so many of them.
Mountain King for HawK, trying to get some of these priests done, but now that Blade has his Mountain King. Oh, potion of greater healing dropped on the ground. And Blade's Mountain King is so fast. Imagine if you pick that up. That would be hilarious. Bolt on the priest, potentially. The priest is in range. Just going to pick off some more peasants. Wow, Blade is still in this fight. 58 supply. Actually, Blade is super breaking. 58 supply. He's just going for broke.
Yeah, sitting at 1-1 against 0-0 as well.
What does HawK do? He's super behind, man. The expo didn't pay off. And now you're kind of running around with a 40 supply army. You can't take a fight. You can't really harass. Does Blade have a TP? He doesn't have a TP, so maybe like a hit and run could be a play. And maybe that's why we're seeing HawK run around. I think he wants to scout if the expansion is there first. And then maybe just try to stall for time. But Blade is just taking this time to just creep up another big red camp.
Yeah, solo creeping with the Mountain King now. Hits 3. Halfway to 4. Picks up
double devotion, baby.
Aura.
They don't stack. Yeah, it's gonna sell it some good money. Maybe that's a TP or a heal scroll that he wants.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait, did you sell it?
Sell it. Hello?
Blade? Styling. All right, he's going for the double devotion aura play. Blade's wilding out today, dude. He's wilding out. Level 3 on the Mountain King. And is there a TP for HawK? Okay, there is a TP this time. Blade's going to take the fight to him. A good TP position. It's got to be pretty mint. Breaker in the background. And do you want to call Militia?
I think you have to.
The TP wasn't
Aggressive
that great.
He has to call Militia now.
Not the greatest TP. Huge dispels from Blade on that water elemental.
He has a greater heal. Has to use it before he gets bolted.
Oh.
Actually, really sick bolt dodge.
That was really nice. Nice bolt dodge from HawK. He's going to stay in this fight a little bit more. But the Mountain King still susceptible. There's still bolts.
Bolt on the Mountain King before he can bolt his Archmage. But the Archmage, watch out. It's going to fall.
Oof. GG. And Blade saying, not today. Not today. 1-1 series. Man, this is... a lot of these series have been going like far distance, eh?
Yeah, I think so. Blade putting up a really good game here. Much better than game 1. Not losing his heroes. Not really making big mistakes like he did before.
Okay, guys. Game number 3 is underway on Amazonia. Let's hop into it. Okay, in the top right of Amazonia, we have HawK. Oh, I should switch the... There we go. And in the bottom left, it's Blade. There we go, a little continuity. Ooh. Gotta have continuity, Hitman. Gotta have continuity. If the blue player's on the left, you gotta have the blue name on the left. You know what I'm saying? That's what we like to do here at Back to Warcraft. A little continuity. All right, game number 3 on Amazon. Like you said, the creeping on this is pretty straightforward. You don't even necessarily need to lightning shield creep at the lab, but if you want to, okay. The level 3 is pretty simple. The kobold with the green camp militia call, like you said, and then just basically you're just fighting in the middle of the map. And on this map, you know, Amazonia, Dispel, hard to get to.
Yeah, both players probably just going to go for the 3-farm tech, going to make a bunch of footies. One thing that we can pay attention to is whether either of these players makes an Arcane Tower early before they tech, whether they make 10 peasants rather than the standard 8. On maps like this where you're guaranteed to be able to find your opponent and just trade hits in the middle, you can afford to skip your tower or the extra peasants potentially, just because you're going to use your units to buy time for your peasants. You know, you're not going to have to like fear a base trade situation where both players are killing each other, and then it would be nice to have extra peasants or a tower. So yeah, something to pay attention to here.
Okay, both players going to pull the militia and start the lab camp. Don't want to get in feed.
player's forces are under attack.
So far, so good for Blade. So far, so good for HawK. Okay, there we go. Item for Blade is Claws, and HawK picks up the Circlet. So, good items for both players. I mean, even rings in this mirror is not too bad in the early game, but it's not the greatest. But when both players are kind of right-clicking each other, it could be good. Level 2
Yeah,
up
Claws
piece.
for sure the superior item.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. And here we go. Gonna see the Kobold camp. And actually, Blade pulling Hawks. So a little bit of a play here. Is HawK gonna do the same with his footy? Nope. So this is kind of annoying. And now HawK's got to contest. This is just straight up saying, okay, we're just gonna both fight for yours then.
HawK runs straight across, sees no tower from Blade. Blade doing what I expected earlier, skipping the Arcane Tower because he knows he can find his opponent and trade hits. And yeah, HawK, even though he scouts the lack of a tower, he runs straight across. Blade is right there with his army in position to defend.
Oh, that is so sick. It looks like HawK's running away, but he actually pulls the Kobold of Blade as well, so that Blade can't start this as quickly as he wants either. HawK's doing really good at stalling for time here. If he had an expansion up, I would be like, kudos, my friend.
Yeah, just have an expansion up on Blade 4 minutes into the game. That'd be pretty good, wouldn't it?
That'd be pretty sweet. Blade now coming in, wrapping around. Surely he wants to start creeping something. HawK's not actually contesting the main base, so it doesn't look too scary yet. Does he actually try to now? Arcane Tower.
Okay, HawK actually slips past Blade and is going to solo creep the Kobold with his militia. It gets scouted out by Blade though, but he is at the base, dealing a little bit of damage now. Gonna have to repair this tower pretty soon.
Some pretty
Both have
sick
gold to do it.
multitasking. Oh, does he get the tower? Does he get the tower?
It's gonna be close. Barely does.
Nice pickup from HawK. Yeah, I really like the multitasking, pulling the militia and trying to creep while just being aggressive. But Blade is actually all over that too. So both players kind of just, you know, activating each other's trap cards, so to speak. But surely
Yeah,
somebody's
well
got to creep these kobolds.
Yeah, well done by Blade to scout that creep out. It looks like HawK is still gonna go for it though.
I don't think that Blade can actually stop this either. Bash on one of the peasants going to lose one. And actually, Blade's at the other one. Does HawK want to continue putting on some pressure at the main base? There's no tower here instead. Water Elemental goes in. And HawK right now creeping out with a couple peasants and a Water Elemental.
Honestly, really cool moves coming out here from HawK. Going for the solo creep with just units and the kobolds while distracting Blade across the map with his Archmage.
Yeah, it's pretty good, but how does Blade have the same level Archmage? Did he get like a footy or something?
Well, he needs to kill this final kobold. Okay, does get it.
Gets the item as well. Gloves of Haste.
Yeah, Blade got a little bit of experience from killing the water elemental earlier.
Oh,
that
true.
evens it up a little bit. And HawK did spend a lot of lumber just to try to go for that kobold creep. Had to pull militia twice. Barely has enough for 2 sanctums and the MK here, so he's still okay.
Level 3 for the Archmage of HawK. He's just going to continue being aggressive, I assume. What item is this? Ring of Protection. But level 3 as well for Mr. Blade. And here we get into the tier 2 now. Mountain King coming out for HawK, and only one... Oh, double Sanctum for HawK. Double Sanctum for Blade. Both players
doing the same thing here.
Yeah,
Scouting
exact same.
each other's expos. Looking for the MK, runs into it. Probably going to try to cancel the Sanctum over here on Blade's side of the map. Could just force these peasants away. Cancel the Sanctum. But he's microing his MK back at home.
Oh, this is a good timing for HawK. Ooh, but
Yeah,
Blade
good timing
actually
for
slips
both
in.
players.
Blade slips in. Not a full wall off, and Blade brings his whole army, and HawK has to respect this. But HawK actually dives in too. Okay, we got a full-on base trade, but the Cloak of Shadows for HawK Might be able to help out and mitigate a little bit more damage. Who is getting a better trade here? It's so even. Mountain King is at home for HawK, though, to defend a little bit. Both Mountain Kings are actually back. Then HawK's going to TP out. Did he get enough kills? It looks like just one peasant went down. But for Blade, a lot more went down.
Yeah, I think slightly better for HawK here.
Wow, it's really close. 4, 5. Yeah, I think one extra peasant went down for HawK.
Forces are under attack.
Both players getting their double sanctums up, though, so now it's going to come down to just pumping out more peasants and trying to get that infrastructure for tier 2 in. Blade not wasting any time, going for a shop camp, which looks good, but Hitman, HawK's going for the expansion camp, is way better. Good consumable, a lot more XP, and actually he's going to solo creep it with his Mountain King. Beautiful.
Yeah, he's got 2 more footies than Blade has right now. Although he doesn't have enough lumber for the expo right now, but definitely opening it up and leaving the potential for that later. Scroll of the Beast, pretty bad, probably going to be sold. Now going for the Mert camp. And he's going to get 2 camps in the time that it takes for Blade to get 1. Higher value camps at that.
Okay, the admin drops from the game. We're still here, though. We're still ready to go. Blade creeping out finally his expansion. But yeah, like you said, HawK getting a lot of good experience. And he picks up True Shot Aura, which, you know, is decent.
Yeah, it's not bad. Wouldn't like Devotion, I think.
Yeah, definitely better items available, but
yeah, True Shot's not bad. And HawK, knowing that he's taken everything of importance in the top left, gonna make a beeline to the bottom right, knowing that Blade isn't gonna be there in time to finish the camp because he went for the shop. Okay, but HawK actually just creeps his own shop. I feel like this is a bit of a missed opportunity here. Could backstab here and potentially take the other Renegade Wizard.
oh yeah, the players are getting closer and closer together. Level 4 is going to hit on the Archmage. And, I mean, do these players actually meet up? I think HawK's going to want to go to the Mert camp of Blade thinking that it's not crept yet, right? Or just trying to see some information. So these guys will fight. And that's going to happen right now. Blade sees
At this point in the game, both players are just going to focus Priests. Look for bolts, look for right clicks. Find any pickups you can get.
Even supply right now, and actually quick bolt from Blade is going to be the first one to pick off, I think, a Priest. No way HawK might that out.
Okay, yep. But the MK surrounded.
Oh, no way. Does have an invuln pop, but it is on cooldown. And the Mountain King pops out with the... he actually popped the greater invuln. Probably could have got out with just the lesser invuln, but... bolts again on the footies, and Blade is so good at calling militia and just forcing huge army fights where he swarms on top of HawK, and HawK now doing the exact same thing with militia of his own, and this is going to be a commitment fight. HawK might be going for a bolt. There's the clap, or sorry, the bash gets the bolt on the Mountain King. It's so close, war hit, and the Mountain King does go down for Blade, and HawK takes up huge advantage in this fight. Now priests are starting to drop. And the militia wears off for Blade, and now he's starting to run back. But can the Mountain King get in range to pick off some of these priests? I don't think so. But this could still be this is really good for HawK now. This game quickly turning around, back and forth all the time. Wow, HawK was in range for that priest as well.
Gets a final priest, just to add insult to injury. And HawK is probably going to expo now. Doesn't need to break 50. He knows he's got a huge advantage from killing his opponent's MK. I think counter-expoing right now, or not counter-expoing, but just expoing right now would be a good move. But he's going to force the issue. Going to keep pushing, getting what he can, while the MK is dead.
Okay, continuing to fight is HawK, but Blade sticking it out in his main base. And when you're at your main base, even if you're behind by a little bit, you can get reinforcements faster. And that's what Blade's relying on, but he still needs that Mountain King. He doesn't have the Mountain King. No bolts yet for HawK's Mountain King.
He's got one more bolt. Probably going to use it on a priest here. One's running forward. There we
Okay,
go.
level 4 on the Mountain King now for HawK. HawK is just getting so much experience with just being able to take these fights. Look how fast the breakers even fall. Bash putting in some work too. Another Bash could guarantee this other breaker. Another Bash. He gets it too. Look at this. Blade's
Everything
losing
falling
critical
here.
units.
It's just too much. Losing the MK, unacceptable.
I think HawK's done it. Unacceptable, unexplainable, unspeakable. And HawK's saying, I love it. Archmage so close to level 5. The Mountain King finally comes out. He's got enough for a bolt, but everything is so high HP for Blade, so he's almost restarting this fight right now, but he's so far behind. 32 supply against 50 the surround again on the Mountain King. He does have an invuln. Can he hold the position and keep this locked in? I'm not too sure. Blade still has the invuln. Hold position by HawK. Beautifully done. He knows what he needs to do to get this game going and get this finished off. Oh, and he's still, look at that. He closes it off with the other breaker when the other one dies. GG's called. Well done from HawK, man. What a beautiful play. Did you see that surround contain with the breaker?
Great play from HawK. I mean, I honestly thought Blade was looking better than HawK this series, but HawK just played a great game this last game on AZ, you know? The split creeping with the units, harassing with the Archmage. And I mean, really, it all came down to that MK kill down at the bottom right. He had 2 invuls on the MK, but he still lost it. Just playing a little too aggressively with his hero.